Guys, I can't tell the difference between these two. These are essentially the same thing. A trash can and the Reds. The Reds belong in it, I guess you can say is the difference. But this is just absolutely ridiculous, and I'm so tired of this crap. But what's going on? Thank you guys for clicking on the video. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the comment button. I know it's been a while since I made the Reds video, and there's no regrets about it. They have not earned it. Now, I was at the game yesterday, so I guess I did post a short, but I don't care. They won. Whatever. They had 3 hits and they scored 2 runs. Kudos to Andrew Abbott and the bullpen for locking it down, but it doesn't change anything. They're losing today, right now 7-1, and they're not coming back from that. I don't care what anyone tries to say. They're not coming back. So they'll be 20-29, and that's just where they belong right now, if not worse. There's many games that we could have lost that we won, but I'll talk about them. But let's start off. We're going to lose today, obviously, like I just said, 20-29. We're in last place in the center. The Cardinals, by the way, a team that we got swept by, the Baltimore Orioles. The St. Louis Cardinals actually swept the Orioles. So they took care of business. The Pirates, they're slouching a little bit, but they're picking back up. They've won 6 of the last 10, obviously, and they, feels like we're just staying put. Doesn't seem like we're going anywhere. I mean, this whole division, like everybody was saying, oh, this division's like garbage and everything. They can still. Doesn't seem like we're taking advantage of it. It doesn't. So just an absolute disgrace. I don't have, as you can see in the top. It's just. I mean, they're a disgrace to baseball. I don't care what anyone tries to say. They're just a disgrace to baseball. They're a dysfunctional franchise, a dysfunctional organization from top to bottom, and everybody should be ashamed of themselves. But let's talk about the real problems. I'm not going to list that many stats because this team doesn't deserve it. Overall, probably the lowest team batting average. I haven't looked at the comparisons, but atrocious slugging percentages. Just key players just overall underperforming, and then also we just come to realize that they're absolute shit. Injuries, laziness, as I say, we have so many injuries, but we have just even somehow with all the injuries we have, there's somehow even more laziness, which is just laughable and ridiculous. So those are our main problems. Let's talk about our pitching problems. Nick Martinez, he absolutely sucks. I don't know why he got moved back into the starting rotation. He was decent out of the bullpen. Diaz and Cruz, especially on the road trip, they blew so many saves. And then overall, it's just been inconsistent. I mean, Cruz was good yesterday. But you see what he looks like when there's 2 outs usually, especially on the road trip against Arizona. Or actually, that was at home against Arizona where he just blew the game with 2 outs. And then obviously in the road trip, he choked with 2 outs. I mean, that's just nothing new. And Diaz is also inconsistent. He's been pretty bad. He blew a save, obviously, against Arizona in the first game of the series. But yeah, the main thing is Nick Martinez is just garbage. Garbage. I don't know what you got to do with him, but I would just dump him. If you're going to move him back to the bullpen, that's great, but I don't understand what he's doing in the starting rotation. He does not belong in the starting rotation. I don't care if Nodolo's on IL or whatever. He does not belong there. Get someone else. But let's talk about the horrible defense now. Fraley dropping balls. I know he got hurt in the wrist yesterday. I was at that game, but frequent errors, just dropping balls. He just doesn't read the ball clearly. Just an overall poor fielding percentage, and there's just like some mental lapses that they just don't even think. I mean, Jonathan India in a game today, he threw the ball at home plate when he could have easily taken it to the bag. It was not worth going for the runner at home. And Candelario, he had an error too today. I mean, he's had so far in this game he's had our only run, but he also had an error today. So just you see the frustration from the fans. Just it's never like a good feeling when your team just gives up that many errors, and it's just self breakdown. It's not even like a comeback or anything, or like it's just a collapse mentally and physically, I might add. So just a horrible defense. This team is just bad on every front right now. And lastly, and I think this is the most important, David Bell is just stupid. I have nothing else to describe him with. He's stupid. Yeah, sure, he kicked the chair yesterday. Doesn't matter. Why did it took all that for you to just kick a chair? No rallying the troops or anything. The cohesion on the field does not even come close to what it was last year. And that could be a result of injuries and everything because Matt McClain was a big part. But I don't care. You have to make it work. I don't want to hear anything about, the schedule's easier. Because in 2021, we had an easier schedule second half and we fell off. So the whole schedule easy thing doesn't work. I forgot who said it last night. There's no such thing as like an easy schedule, especially for the Reds. When he's playing a game and he's not yelling at an umpire or anything, he just seems emotionless. And in his post-game press, when we were on a 7-game losing streak, he was like, "Oh, our guys are doing great. Yeah, we're doing great." Are you? Really? You were 19 and you were like what? Like, how many wins do we have? Like 20? You were like 16 and like 20, like 2 or something. But yeah, it's okay. We were doing great. Yeah, that's all that matters, David, right? Ridiculous. And it pisses me off too. So I want to talk about these players in particular because these are players that are just not built for baseball. At the end of the day, I do think they all, at least people on this team, they give 110%. But these players are just not built. I would look for something else. I don't know. These players are not good. Martini is just horrible. I can't stand this guy. I was so hyped with him, and I kept on saying, don't be the next Jason Vossler last year, and it obviously that did not happen. He was worse than Jason Vossler. Nick Martinez, like I said, is an absolute bum out of the rotation. Martini's a bigger bum. Benson is just a strikeout merchant, and I'm just pretty much done with all three of them. Maley, obviously, I can add in here, but I'm talking in terms of today because Maley's obviously not in the lineup today. But yeah, these three are just bad, and I just would find another career because I just don't want to watch them play for my team. Go to another team, but I just can't watch. It's just hard to watch. Just for my baseball team. So these players, they suck. They're just they're deflating the team and the fan base. You can talk about how they're frustrated all they want. I've never seen any of them be like, maybe except for India in the postgame, like, yeah, I kind of understand our fans feel just stick with us and everything. Obviously, India said that yesterday, but I've not seen any sense of urgency, and that's why I just don't have any hope for the season. So this is not a call to action to the Cincinnati Reds because they're just a clown organization. They're a clown franchise, and they'll never be even remotely close to what the Cardinals are, or like the Cubs even like now. Just any organization, they'll never be close to that because they're just a bunch of bums. They may not be the worst organization; they're far from it, but they're definitely even further from the best. So horrible job, Reds. But do what you want. You don't seem to show any urgency. So what's going to change? It's May 22nd. This losing streak's been going on, or this losing phase, I should say, because we have won 3-4 games in the midst. But it's been going on for 3-4 weeks. So what's the point, right? What is the fucking point? There's no way you're gonna get it together now if you didn't get it together the last 10 days. So I've lost all faith in you guys. I knew you weren't making the playoffs. I did not know it'd be this bad. But congratulations on reaching 29 losses, 9 games under 500, being 8 games out of first place, and 2.5 out of, or that's going to be 2 games now in last place. So congratulations, Reds. But thank you guys for clicking. Hit the left for our playlist, hit the right for our video recommended for you, and hit the bottom to subscribe. I really appreciate your time. I'll see you guys next time. Reds, I don't know what to say to you.